dating in 2024. I'm done. I no longer want to waste my time with somebody that's entertaining other people.
This is a question for the men and the men only. What is the real reason that you've given up on dating altogether?
Girls put guys in the friend zone.
Because we don't like them, they're too nice?
Actually, no. The men stopped dating because
63% of men today are no longer seeking relationships.
Why American men don't want to date American women anymore?
Would you settle?
Oh no, absolutely not. I'd much rather be single.
All right, ladies, let's talk about why men do not court anymore.
Guys, what happened to men being hunters? I thought they were designed to hunt.
The hunter adapted to the praise game and decided it's not worth it anymore.
Actually, no. The men stopped dating because girls like you aren't loyal anymore, and they started to realize they were wasting their time trying to make relationships work with girls that ultimately didn't care about them. And now it's ruined everything, even for good girls like me.
I have devastating news for the women out there. I don't know what it is, because it didn't make any sense to me, but it sounds just absolutely heartbreaking. And he left some more bad news in my comments that I don't understand what it is, but it sounds just absolutely heartbreaking. I hope we can all make it.
Guys, what happened to men being hunters? I thought they were designed to hunt. Migtow. What happened? Men don't court us anymore. They don't take us out on dates. They don't buy flowers. Introverted, I feel like SEX. Please come to my place. We invite a stranger to your place. Do you even know me? What if ke sebetsa le ditsotsi mo re tlo nkela di furniture le dikoloi? Yo bathong hle.
Imagine spending your money and time on someone who's not even feeling you and having other 5 men doing the same. It's tiring and hurting. Men's Conference is doing a great job. We know our worth. Last time I spoke to a nice girl, she told me I am harassing her. From there on, I knew how to keep my distance. It's not worth it, chasing down a diseased porcupine that will hurt you, leave you broke and broken. Keep on knowing your worth, guys. It's a waste of time, especially when you don't reciprocate. We skip everything and go straight to the point. The hunter has adapted. In other words, the hunter sees that his efforts are a waste of time. Sometimes the hunter gets taken advantage of, even while giving everything he has. A lot of these hunters get used for a free meal. And most importantly, that hunter is in his soft hunt era. Then again, the hunter doesn't see the reciprocity. Therefore, he dials back on doing anything until you show him differently. What the hunter is doing now is hunting money.
What is one secret you never told your ex?
That I hooked up with someone else.
I cheated.
I cheated.
Jesus.
This is crazy.
How do you expect for women to be submissive if you don't even court us? No dates, no I miss you calls, no I'm just checking on you to make sure you made it home safe. Have you ate today? Are you okay? How's your mental? But you want us to be submissive? You haven't even bought me a cheeseburger. But you want me to be submissive?
Let's see what the men got to say about this. The guys that still court and date gets played for the losers who don't. Gentlemen do exist. You're not attracted to them or friend zone them. That's what good guys do. But y'all don't like that. And now that we not now, y'all want a good guy? Yeah, no thanks. And the sad part is, the girls that can't understand those things which I've experienced, besides that they don't know how to appreciate it. Women get love for being themselves. Men get love on the condition that we provide. If you're not doing this, don't expect it.
This is a question for the men and the men only. What is the real reason that you've given up on dating altogether or haven't dated in 10 plus years? Every single day in my comment section, anytime I talk about dating or relationships or getting married, the majority of men in my comments are saying that they're no longer interested in dating. And I really want to know the reason. Like, what was the final straw for y'all to finally say, you know what, I had enough? Plus, there's this weird information going around that by 2030, like, heterosexual couples will be non-existent, people are not having babies and this and that. And do you think that's because men have stopped dating, or because women have stopped dating and people have equally stopped dating? Or is it because men are not pursuing women anymore? I'm really interested to see the comments or the duets on this post as to why y'all have stopped dating in the first place. Did you have a toxic ex? Did you go through a terrible divorce? Did she take everything? Or have you been on dates and they've just been so fucking awful that you finally said, forget it? So what's the real reason that you gave up dating altogether? Okay, bye.
There's no benefit to it anymore. I risk my life and reputation for a woman who will leave as soon as I can't provide or she gets bored. Not worth it. I would love to date, but it's absolutely not worth the risk or the expense or the effort. Women don't love anymore. They only take. There is nothing beneficial in it for us. They have unrealistic expectations. They want everything, and there is no reciprocation. Better to be alone. Real men are tired of being played. We don't want the games. We just want the real deal. In my experience, social media has turned most women towards caring more about attention from everyone than an actual respectable relationship. Tired of women saying they want a good man, but put us on the friend list to go out with the bad guy and do nothing but complain to us about it. My ex destroyed me financially with child and alimony support, even with shared custody. The laws are against a good, honest husband that supports his family. Now this video was filled with many response. I'm pretty sure they've spoken for many men who are feeling the same way and just tired of dealing with modern women. The only ones to blame is the women who took advantage of those good men and has turned them away from dating completely. Their expectations are off the chart and they offer zero to little in the relationship. Do not make yourself suffer even more with those types of women. She's not the one for you.
Girls put guys in the friend zone.
Because we don't like them, they're too nice.
What's wrong with being nice?
We like talking.
This is exactly why there's so many men that are just done dating, because if they're a good man, they're being told that they're too nice by this type of woman. And her advice is playing toxic games like not texting her back. Good men don't want that. But what they're being forced to do is weave through this toxic craziness and trying to stay true to themselves, all while hoping that by the time that they do find their match that is also of healthy mindset, that they're ready for her, which is easier said than done.
Women love being courted, and I do think that that is something that's lacking in our generation of dating, is men just don't court women like they used to. And I think if more men did, there'd be more success stories. Yeah, I think it's important for girls to be a little bit more headstrong and a little bit less of a pushover. And I think guys kind of like that. They like to chase. It's just like in their DNA.
Yes, absolutely. I think that we tried to modernize, and at one point being like, you can sleep with them on the first date, and you can. Yeah, that's fine. Go for it. I could care less. But there is something in guys' brains wired like this, where if you don't sleep with them on the first date, they're like, hey, what's up? They're texting you. You didn't give them all the marbles. Yep. I think that's as old as time.
You can't expect traditional values from men and not expect it from yourself. It just doesn't work that way. Besides, we live in 2024 now. Things aren't the same as it used to be. If women aren't bringing the same thing men are bringing, it just won't work.
I do not have sympathy for you chicks, yeah? When you get old, you hit the wall, and then you start complaining, oh, where has all the good men gone? You had the good men, they're in your friend zone, in your best years, bro. And then you get old, your options have dried up, and you've dried up as well. That's it, bro.
Here's some crazy research for you. So a third of men, 33%, a little over a third of men between the ages of 18 and 29 are not only single, but they're not actively looking for a partner. The same study said that by the year 2030, that 45% of women between the ages of 20 and 45 will be single. So I've got a question for the men, because I see it all the time in my comments. Most of my comments are filled with guys saying we're done. We're not looking. We like our peace. I need some more talk from you guys. Tell me why you're done. Tell me why you don't want to have a partner in life. Tell me why it's more worth it to be single than to have a partner. Even if you weren't to remarry, just to have a partner. I mean, I've talked to a lot of men. I've got my answers, but I want to hear it in the comments. So please, drop it in the comments.
Tired of being labeled a misogynist, toxic or whatever, when all we like is a little respect and loyalty. Was married 24 years. Wife decides to leave and take half my retirement and almost half my future income. Done. We love unconditionally. Most women love conditionally. She leaves. She takes everything. She has hard times, we're expected to be there. We have hard times, she leaves. Single. Like walking alone on a nature trail. Relationship. Like walking with a toddler on a busy street. Being cheated on, lied to, taken advantage of in my multiple personal experiences. This will all make sense to them by 2030. By that time, it will be too late because the good men will already be dating the good women. Men have tried and got nowhere. We're just riding the wave of peace for now. The only way to keep our sanity in the West is to not date modern women.
Ladies, here is a hard dating fact you're really going to have to accept. These good men you say you're looking for, they aren't out chasing women. They're working their ass to the bone, chasing their dreams. Hell, it's more than likely they're not even going to approach you unless they see a particular character trait that interests them. Now, this part goes for men too, as well as women. You have to put in an effort to develop a relationship. If you're just sitting there waiting for somebody to come along, you're never going to find them. With that said, remember this. You can't force attraction. If they're not attracted to you or interested in you, move on.
Imagine risking your life to save a stranger from being mugged, robbed, and hurt, and then being arrested for helping them, and then being publicly slandered because she wasn't happy over how you rescued her. This sounds like a made-up story, but it's not. Because that's exactly what happened to this man John wrote in New York. He saw a woman getting mugged in the subway. He decided to step in, told the mugger, "Hey, get away from her." He didn't listen the first time. Then he yelled, pulled out the gun, said, "Hey, get away from her," and fired 2 warning shots. Despite facing over 3.5 years in jail for trying to save the life of a stranger, the woman that he saved is saying that he would have been a bigger hero if he had helped without a gun. He thinks it's scary to think that people are carrying guns around New York City, despite the fact that she was being mugged and would have been hurt without one. He said that the gun was a little too extreme. You know what's more extreme? Living in a city where the person who was trying to mug you and hurt you doesn't go to jail, but the person who saved you does. That seems extreme to me. Protecting and letting the guy who was going around mugging people, but the guy who's going around helping, he's facing 3 years in jail. That's really messed up. And of course, this is happening in a blue city.
Helped a woman I didn't know once, almost paralyzed. Never again. The only thing that woman could have done is call the bear for help. Men do not owe anyone protection except for his family members. I thought we were all equal. A lot of men are backing away from helping because they don't feel no remorse for these women anymore. And they only have themselves to blame for how they're treating men.
The real reason why good men are giving up on relationships is because women are teaching other women how men should think and feel. So when a man turns around and actually says what he thinks and feels, he's told he's wrong. But a man better not ever do this to a woman. Because if he did, at the very least, she would be offended. And at the worst, he would be labeled a narcissist. If women actually listened to men, good men wouldn't be hard to find.
Dating in 2024. I'm done. I no longer want to waste my time with somebody that's entertaining other people or playing with my emotions or giving me mixed feelings. I don't want to be confused anymore in a relationship. The sad part is people are sleeping with each other, people are having fun with each other, but nobody's marrying each other. Everybody's just being entertained. There's people that are married that are talking to other women. There's women that are married that are sleeping with other men. What kind of year is this? I am so scared to give my heart up for somebody that's going to just destroy it and then be with somebody else. These men and these women are using people in a relationship. Nobody's loyal these days. It's so rare to find loyalty. Why can't I find somebody that just wants to be with me and not entertaining other people on social media? The world of dating in 2024 is disgusting. And I guarantee in 2025, it's over. 100% it's over.
Your mom should have told you. Some random chick made this list talking about, here's a list of places women absolutely refuse to go. This is a lie. Real women do not absolutely refuse to go to these places or refuse to go to have these things as date ideas. A lot of these are very great date ideas. So this is cap. This was probably best titled, here's a list of places gold diggers absolutely refuse to go on a first date. That would be better because any woman who's trying to get to know a man is not going to be this picky. She's not going to be this choosy, and she's not going to be this delusional. This is basically all the options of where to go on a first date. The only thing I see here is that these are not like gourmet restaurants. And that is not necessary on a first date. So women making this and like who have this idea that they deserve Ruth's Chris or like, I don't know, Nobu, you do not deserve a gourmet restaurant. You do not deserve that at all. So you need to stop being so delusional and stop being so entitled, okay? If you want to eat something expensive, you need to buy it yourself. You can pay for it yourself. Men do not need to invest that in you before they even know you, before they've even gotten something from you yet. Like, what the hell?
That is correct. Those are places that gold diggers refuse to go. The woman who made this list is a single, unmarried, angry woman. They expect for men to take them to these 5-star restaurants, just for them to go sleep with the next guy. What exactly are you getting by trying to impress them on an expensive date? If you impress them with an expensive date, the next guy will impress her with a car. The only thing you can do is be yourself. A woman who's easily impressed is not your woman. That's the world's woman.
All right, ladies, let's talk about why men do not court anymore. Let's go. The reality is that modern feminism in a lot of ways had us as women take a gamble and we lost. We took the bait that being sexually promiscuous and having no standards and no self-respect was cool and in. We decided that we would give men access to our bodies and our time and our energy without them having to put in any effort. We have allowed men to do the bare minimum for so long, and we still give them benefits that they don't deserve. And so now men are following suit, and we are confused as to why this is happening. It's okay to want a man to lead and to court you, but you have to understand that we collectively as women set the tone. So if the tone of the dating market is that all women are easy now and that men can pretty much get whatever they want and do whatever they want and still get access to us, then that's what the majority of men are going to do. There are plenty of men who are good men who love women and respect women and honor women. But even those men, if they are single and there are women out there that are throwing it at them, they're going to catch it. So just ask yourself, what kind of woman are you? And are you contributing to the problem? Are you the kind of woman who is allowing men to be low vibrational and contributing to this idea that all women have low standards and that men can do the bare minimum and get away with it? Or are you a woman who's leading by example and challenging other women around you to do the same by operating from a place of self-dignity, self-respect, values, standards, strong boundaries, a woman who knows her worth? Before we start whining and complaining about what they aren't doing, let's take a look at what it is that we are doing.
I agree with this to some degree. Also, men have given women benefits that they haven't earned either. But that only ended up being a knife on their backs in the end. There's women out here who's becoming single mother every day due to their poor choices. The crazy thing is that they get so angry because the next man does not want to raise somebody else's kids. The reality is, the men who deserve the benefits, the men who put in the work, lose out to the men who put little to nothing in. Being a nice, good man gets you nothing.
Would you settle? Oh no, absolutely not. I'd much rather be single. I feel like it's because I have so many things to worry about, so many things to think about, so many things to like be anxious about that like, why would I be in a relationship that gives me more anxiety? If I had to like be like, oh my God, I don't think he's doing enough. Oh my God, like I'm not having fun. Oh my God, I'm so sad. Girl, I got enough reasons to be sad. I don't need another one. I think the idea of wanting more will consistently sit in my head.
Why American men don't want to date American women anymore. A little disclaimer, I do live in the US for the past 7 years. 1. Some American men feel that American women are very entitled. They feel that many American women expect a partner who fit a specific ideal. He has to be smart, attractive, successful, fit. They believe that many American women have unrealistic expectations. They expect their partners to do everything, and they expect their partners to put their needs above their own. Two, because of the rise of radical feminism, there is a loss of femininity among American women, and they even started to adopt some masculine traits. Three, opportunistic behavior. A big percentage of divorces are initiated by women, and usually it's because they prioritize their career and personal growth over their family life. And a lot of men also express some frustration because they feel that there is a lack of commitment and loyalty among American women. And that is why a lot of American men are now dating non-American women, because they believe that non-American women tend to prioritize mutual respect, shared values, and commitment.
So many men feels as if traditional values are gone. So many men don't see the benefits in it anymore, if there were any. So many men are becoming passport bros instead. These women are entitled, have delusional expectations, and selfish. Marriages and relationships are pretty much dead in the West, and it's only getting worse.